Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is Tuesday, January 5th. So excited to share with you today about a special added bonus in the fasting folder that I have created for you guys. So I know a lot of you guys are fasting or be getting ready to fast with your group, with your church, with your ministry, or even just for yourself. And so wanted to share with you guys about a really powerful book that I have used for many years, that has really helped me in my fasting journey, or really just my spiritual disciplines journey. And it is this book right here. It is called Celebration of Disciplines. Fantastic book by Richard Foster. Awesome book. Want to highly recommend it to you. And it goes through some of the different spiritual disciplines. So, for example, meditation, prayer, fasting, study, simplicity, solitude, submission, service, confession, worship, guidance, celebration, which I'm sure a lot of us probably didn't realize that those were disciplines, spiritual disciplines, but the spiritual disciplines are super important. And a lot of us don't know what they are, or even necessarily how to do them as an act of worship or as an act of spiritual development. And so, hey, what's up, John? Thanks for joining. And so, great book. If you've read it, leave a comment below. How's it helped you? What did you learn from it? So, but the subject right now that I want to talk about is fasting. Okay, and so fantastic chapter on fasting. Has been super helpful in my journey with fasting, especially when I did longer fasts. It was really helpful to dive in because he breaks down every day kind of what to expect and what to kind of look for, and to prepare for. So, for example, when you're going to do a long fast, there's probably going to be some days where your body might start feeling really cold, and maybe even start shivering a little bit. And he talks about it in the book and tells you what days those might happen, and to kind of prepare yourself for that. Because I know when I was doing some longer fasts, and those days came, if I hadn't read the book and if I hadn't done some studying on that, I probably would have been really worried, and a little bit concerned as to what's going on. Is this okay? Should I maybe end my fast? But because I had read about it, because I knew to prepare myself for it, I was ready and I felt comfortable continuing. I just put blankets on for those couple of days and continued on like I was ready to go. So also just, maybe you're brand new to fasting. Maybe some of your students or your people in your church are brand new to fasting. This will give you a lot of great insights into how to teach it, some key scriptures, places, why do we fast, how do we fast, some things to be prepared for. So fantastic book. Why am I talking about it as a bonus for you in the folder? Well, I was able to get a PDF version of the book. Okay, now it's the 25th anniversary of the book, so I don't think it's the exact copy that I'm holding right now, but it's going to be very close to the same, and it's free. So it's a PDF version of it, so you can download it onto your Kindle, you can download it onto your iPad, you can download it into whatever ebook reader that you might have. Again, I talk about the Kindle Fire on here quite a bit, and so you can put it on there and read through it, highlight it, whatever you want to do with it. And so, for example, I'm preparing tomorrow night. I'm going to be speaking to our ministry about fasting, starting a 4-part series called Thirst. 2 of those sermon outlines are in the folder that you can download. The other 2, we're doing kind of original, content that we're writing ourselves. So, but this book is in there, and so you can download it. It's like 368 pages or something like that is the PDF version. Fantastic stuff. But also, like I said, there's other spiritual disciplines that it's going to talk about: meditation, study, worship, celebration. And so dive into these. It's been a great book for me over the years to really challenge me in my spiritual disciplines. Okay, now I love that he calls it Celebration of Discipline. because oftentimes the word discipline or is like a negative thing. It's like you're being disciplined, or it's hard to be disciplined. So, but he talks about celebrating that really we want to celebrate these things in our own life and in those that we lead, and encourage them and say, hey, how are they doing? So, for example, I just took a couple former students out to lunch today. One's in the military, one's in college, and I just talked to them. Hey, what's God doing in your life? How are you growing? How are you learning? And it was really cool just to hear them come back to just what the Lord's doing. And so this is an area that we can come back to and really celebrate. And again, I've been talking with my family about setting goals in different areas, and one of them is in relationship with the Lord, and with relationship with people, relationship with your own stature, your own body, things like that. And so we often set goals that are pretty tangible. So I want to lose weight. I want to be able to lift this, or I want to be able to run this distance, or I want to be able to run my bike this distance, or I want to read X amount of books and things like that. And so we have these like pretty tangible, known goals for those things. But often in our spiritual life, there's not as many tangible things. This is going to begin to give you and help you come up with some of those tangible things that you can begin to measure your own spiritual depth, your own spiritual growth, because you can look at here and say, okay, how many days am I fasting? How is my fasting going? Or how is my meditation going? How many days, how long have I been meditating? How is my study time going? And you can begin to put into place some of these things, solitude. How can I be solid? Try different ways. How long? All those kind of things. And so you can begin to create some measurables in your spiritual formation that a lot of times is hard to define. How's your relationship with the Lord? I don't know, right? It's not as tangible. So this book is going to help you to create some of those more tangible, defining ways to clarify your spiritual growth and development. So it's a free version in the folder. So download the folder, download the PDF, let it speak to you. Would love to hear. Leave a comment. How has this book or how has spiritual formation helped you? And would love to hear from you. So look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow. See you guys. Have a great day.